Good evening, wonderful people, great Biafrans, wherever you are this very evening, with the time now standing at 8 minutes past 7 p.m. in the blessed land of Biafra. We welcome each and every one of you. I don't know if I'm to use the word welcome because of what the Janjaweed Fulani Cabal is doing in Abuja. As I told you before, they are willing and able to bring the war to the people of Nigeria, and they have done so now. From what I can see, from the videos that I can see, the war has already started in Abuja as we speak. They brought in Fulani people from Niger Republic, brought Fulani people from Chad, gave them white t-shirts and green t-shirts, and they are burning and destroying people's properties. I don't know if that was the plan that the British came up with last night into this morning, but that is what is unfolding in Abuja, and I do apologize if I've not said good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you. This is Radio Biafra, is a live transmission. That was why I mentioned the time. The time now is 9 minutes past 7 p.m. in the land of Biafra. If you don't have IPOB Community Radio, ensure that you have downloaded it. Make sure that you're very close to Radio Biafra relay stations in Abuja, in Kanu, in Lagos, and across Biafra land as well, please. We are now entering a very dicey and difficult phase of this very revolution. Our ability to remain very strong will stand us in good stead going forward. But before I do anything else, I must pray this very evening, as it is customary for us to do here on this noble platform. We are praying for a contraption. I would not refer to Nigeria as a nation or a country. It is a contraption, not minding the gallantry of our young people, not minding their bravery, their sacrifice. A zoo is always a zoo. So we must make that abundantly clear this evening, that things are happening that we knew was bound to happen. They are now going to test us to see how determined we are, to see how important this very freedom is to us. But we must pray to give Chukwu Okike Abiama praise and adoration. In all, we are going to praise him. I wanted to make this broadcast this evening just 1 hour plus, but I need to hear from people from Abuja. It is very critical. Those in Abuja, near where these terrorists have unleashed their mayhem, some of them are those they claim are repentant terrorists. They are part of it. Now, if you are serious about freedom, now is the time to prove it. We have entered more or less a very dangerous, critical, but also defining phase of this very struggle. Facebook will do all they can to suppress us. They will do all they can to stop us from doing what we are doing. But it has begun. It has begun. The war have started in Abuja this very evening. Very, very sad indeed. Our Lord, our God, Elohim, Chukwu Okike Abiama Prumi Henine. Once again, we are gathered all over the world to partake in this divine gospel that you gave this noble family of IPOB to propagate to the sons of men. After many years of the propagation of this very gospel, it has permeated the consciousness of the people that we are now standing at the precipice that the Fulani have constructed. We have come not to levy war against anybody, But these warmongers, they have brought their war upon ordinary people. Previously, people of Nigeria were lied to about the true intentions of Biafrans. Today we give you praise and we give you every glory because we stand vindicated. The world will know this evening that the Nigerian state, the Nigerian government, the Janjaweed, that they are the truth to destroy. They have come to conquer. They have come to pillage. They have come to sack. They have come to take ownership of what doesn't belong to them. They have come to conquer everybody in Nigeria. And we are saying no to it. We ask you to give us strength, to give us knowledge, give us the spirit of discernment, the spirit of understanding. Remove jealousy from within us. Remove destructive envy from within us, that we may look towards where the danger is coming from. The danger is coming from the Sahel. Your children are no longer safe. Now is the time to give charge to your angels to protect and to take care of them. To allow our scientists to do their work. To allow our brave volunteers to do their work, because the Fulanis have come to kill and to destroy. You will not allow them, because you're a God of mercy, you're a God of justice. You are upright in your judgment, and you must bring judgment upon Fulani cabal, Fulani Janjaweed terrorist organization masquerading as a government. You will disgrace Yusuf Mohammed Abubakar. You will make that mask to fall off his face. You will bring shame upon those that have brought death, destruction, and mayhem upon your children. Your name will be glorified in the end. Not just now, not just in 2020, but every year of the existence of man on the face of this planet, that history will remember that they called upon the God Almighty in heaven, and he answered their prayers. May every honor, adoration, submission, adulation, glory, and praise be unto your holy name, now and forevermore, we pray. He said, now, this evening before we proceed, I want the video or the videos and pictures of the destruction being wrought by the Nigerian government upon inhabitants of Abuja to be made public to the whole world. I want Facebook to see the people they are defending. I want BBC to see the people they are defending. I am live on air. I am not able to tweet. But this evening, I want the pictures of the destruction brought about by the APC Janjaweed government being run in the name of Buhari to be tweeted to the British High Commissioner, to be tweeted to Boris Johnson, the UK Prime Minister, to show them their handiwork, to show them what they have done. The destruction, these are people talking about peaceful protest, talking about constitutionality. These are the people talking about the rule of law. They have taken the laws into their own hands. I have said to people before, but they do not want to understand. Nigerians don't want to listen. That the people you are dealing with, they are not human beings. These people are horrible. They will do anything to cling on to power and to continue the advance of Fulani Janjaweedism to the Atlantic Ocean. But they have met their match. We are going to hurry up, all of us. Everybody who is out on the streets protesting, we need to strategize as to how to sustain this very effort. Because if you do it the usual Nigerian way, this whole thing will collapse. They want anarchy. When Fulani wants anarchy, don't run away from anarchy. You give them anarchy. That is the only thing that will frighten them back from whence they came. You must listen very carefully. They have started this very evening. The government of Nigeria, I said government of Nigeria, have embarked on the destruction of the properties of their own citizens. That is how cruel and wicked these people are. Over the years, we kept telling you that you are not dealing with human beings. Some of you will not understand. Some of you did not want to understand. Some of you felt that reasoning with us would be a very terrible thing. A very terrible thing now it is happening before your eyes. And now you can see it. I want that very video to be put up on my page. Destruction upon destruction being wrought in Abuja as we speak. Right now, it is happening in Abuja. They are destroying people's homes and properties. This is a country that maintains open border with terrorists. When we say to the world that this government is a terrorist government, of which El Rufai is a key player, they do not understand. Now it is unfolding. People are protesting, which is normal all over the world. All over the world, people are protesting. They protest every blessed day. Now, there's been a sustained protest in Nigeria, and they have now unleashed their terrorists on ordinary people. Now, try to convince any sensible person that this present regime doesn't know anything about ISIS in West Africa. Are you going to tell me that this regime doesn't know anything about Boko Haram? They don't know anything about Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb. They know nothing about Ansar. They know nothing about Fulani headsmen. They think that the terrorism is going to work. If we allow them, believe you me, if we allow them, we are finished. If they prevail in this very battle, we are finished. We are finished. The Middle Belt is finished. The West is gone and the East is gone. That is why we must remain very resolute, determined and unwavering. I said determined and unwavering. Now you must understand, I am asking waggy people that own Abuja to rise up tonight, not tomorrow. The owners of Abuja are waggy people, not Fulani. Fulani does not own Abuja. They must rise up tonight, not tomorrow. Because if Fulani succeeds in suppressing what is happening in Abuja right now, the waggy people will face a worse fate than that of the Hausa in Sokoto, in Katsina, and in parts of Kanu as well. Waggy nation must rise up tonight to resist anybody who is, oh God, anybody sent by the government of Nigeria to kill innocent protesters. Waggy people, you must rise up to take over Abuja. Abuja is your land. Abuja is your land. It belongs to the Waggy people. They call them Gwari. It is not Gwari. It is Waggy. That is the correct pronunciation. Because in Hausa intonation, they cannot pronounce Waggy. That was why they named it Gwari. It is not Gwari. It is Waggy. G-B-A-G-I. Very, very important that the people of Waggy rise up to take over Abuja. If you allow those thugs wearing white and green, your land will be gone forever and ever. Over the years, we have been warning and warning and warning as to the true intentions of the Fulani Janjaweed. Nobody wanted to listen. Nobody wanted to listen. Nobody wanted to listen. Now it is happening. Now it is happening. And we must all rise to the occasion. We must rise to the occasion, and the time is now. You can see the destruction that they are wreaking in, the havoc they are wreaking in Abuja right now. It has happened. They have brought war and terrorism to the streets. You know, sometimes in life, eventually, people will reveal their true colors. Eventually. And now, today, the Fulanis have now revealed who they are. The Fulanis have now revealed who they are. They have revealed who they are. And that is why we must come out everywhere tomorrow. Everywhere tomorrow we are going to come out. People will come out on the streets. Young people must come out on the streets. They must come out on the streets. Very, very important. Very, very important that they must come out tomorrow to continue this very effort. The thing that will kill our people and destroy them is envy, greed, and jealousy. That is what will destroy all of them. Those who do not believe in what we are doing will be consumed by the fire that is coming. Those who do not believe in what we are doing will be consumed by the fire. You can now see a government of terrorists sponsoring terrorists to go and destroy people's livelihood, to go and destroy people's properties in Abuja. Let me tell you what the army of the zoo said only yesterday evening. They said, as a responsible and law-abiding organization, the Nigerian army reaffirms its unalloyed loyalty and commitment to the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, and the Constitution of the country. And I want to ask whoever put pen to paper, whoever drew up this garbage, the Constitution and the so-called Buhari, which one is more important? How can you have a Buhari that nobody can ever see? How can you claim you have a president who is now literally sending terrorists to go and destroy the properties of his fellow citizens? Nowhere in the world has such a thing happened before. Only in the Zoological Republic. They were boasting over the weekend that they are ready for war. They have said it repeatedly, they are ready for war. Now you understand the reason why they had that dry dock in Kaduna. In Kaduna, where they know that El Rufai is in charge, where arms can flow in uninterrupted and ceaselessly for them to prosecute their campaign of conquest of the rest of Nigeria. They said that they are ready to go to war, and that war has this evening started in Abuja, and tomorrow things are going to be different. Tomorrow things are going to be markedly different. Things are going to be different tomorrow, because the Wagi people will rise up to take over their land, because what the Fulanis are planning to do right now is to take over the whole of Bagi land and really get them to the inconsequential status that they have relegated the Hausa people to. Very, very sad indeed. They have come, they are destroying and they are killing people in Abuja as we speak this evening. But tomorrow morning, I assure you, it is going to be different. They wanted to launch their crocodile smile. It met widespread condemnation. Now they have retreated. What they have now done is to unleash people they call repentant terrorists. What they have done is to bring to the streets of Abuja Fulani headsmen, murderers, bandits, and kidnappers to destroy the properties belonging to the people. That is what they have done. That is what they have continued to do, and we must stop them. I am getting a message that anybody who is involved in any group or association, cultism or whatever rubbish, the time has come for you to showcase your hardness, so to speak. Because the Fulanis have come. They have started from Abuja, and by tomorrow or day after tomorrow, it will spread to everywhere. That type of nonsense they can do in the north, they cannot do it in the south. But people in Abuja, they need help. Instead of this very movement, this very revolution to stop, every government building and property will also be destroyed in Abuja. As they are destroying the properties belonging to people, signifying that there is no hope in Nigeria, so too should government offices go up in flames. They have destroyed your cars and your properties. Therefore, government buildings should also be going up in flames. People are talking about occupying them. There is no need to occupy them. Because with Fulani, you must fight fire with fire. You must fight fire with fire. The brave Nigerian youths who are out on the streets demonstrating, putting their lives on the line, need the support of everybody. They need the support of everybody. They have brought war to us. We must be prepared to confront them, or else you are going to change your names in the future to Fulani Janjaweed names. These are the things you must understand. These are the things that you must know. They came out to boast that they're ready for war because they control the army, they control the armory, they control everything. They have Britain backing them. That is why they had the temerity to announce that they will unleash war on their fellow citizens. Now that have started in Abuja today. Anybody you see in Abuja tomorrow wearing a green vest or a white vest is part of them. Those of them that they have brought into Abuja to kill people, and you must offer them or give them the normal treatment reserved for terrorists, reserved for those who are fighting against the people. We are going to prove to the whole world that indeed power belongs to the people. It doesn't belong to those in Asarok. It doesn't belong to the Sultan of Sokoto. It doesn't belong to the Janjaweed. It doesn't belong to their agents in the rest of the country. It belongs to the people, and the people must prove it tomorrow. They must prove it tomorrow. They said that they're no longer, of course, they're saying they are going to go ahead with the Operation Pato. Is it Crocodile Smile this time around? The Nigerian Army has said that its planned exercise, Crocodile Smile, no longer operation, but exercise. Crocodile Smile, is it 6th? Has nothing to do with the NSAS process, but we know it does. Who is the one making this announcement? Sage Musa, the acting director of Army Public Relations. When things get very hot and steamy, they bring out Fulani people to address you. Remember that Enenche, there's one idiot called Enenche, who is the spokesperson for Fulani Army. They have now relegated him to the background because he is a fool. And if you're a fool and you don't understand how foolish you are, this is how you're treated. When the matter is very serious, as it is right now on the ground, they bring out Sage Musa. The Fulanis are now circling the wagon. We shall wait and see what becomes of them tomorrow. But any army person you see on the streets tomorrow becomes very hostile. Because what they have done is to bring in all these people from the Sahel, give them terrorists, of course, give them green t-shirt, give them white t-shirt, and flood them into Abuja with the help of the army to support them to see if they can get into people's minds to get them to abandon this very noble exercise that people have embarked upon. Very, very important. Their agents are everywhere they are working. One of them, the one in Enugu, is now speaking from the other side of the mouth. She has apologized. One of the Janjaweed representatives in Enugu, I don't want to mention the idiot's name again, that woman. She has apologized to say if she offended anyone that she's sorry. But I need confirmation before I leave this broadcast this evening that that billboard has gone up in smoke. I don't want to hear that that billboard is still existing by tomorrow morning. It has to go up in smoke. We need to find out whoever printed it. The printer that printed that very billboard, we need to go and find them. We must find them. Anyone that she's sorry. But I need confirmation before I leave this broadcast this evening that billboard has gone up in smoke. I don't want to hear that billboard is still existing by tomorrow morning. It has to go up in smoke. We need to find out whoever printed it. The printer that printed that very billboard, we need to go and find them. We must find them. We need to find them. It is very, very critical and very, very important that we do so. They have asked them to end their Operation Crocodile Smile tomorrow. They knew, in fact, for the past weeks since Britain took over, that they announced this Operation Crocodile Smile or whatever it is to coincide with Fulani terrorists attacking innocent Nigerian citizens in Abuja. That is what they have done. They planned it in such a way that by tomorrow the army will come out to support terrorists to attack innocent people. These are the things you must know and prepare for. All of you in Abuja, Abuja is now effectively the front line. It is now the front line. And I wish that those of them that run Facebook in the zoo, I wish that Bloomberg is in Abuja, they're not reporting it. BBC is in Abuja, they're not reporting it. CNN has a bureau chief in Abuja, they are not reporting it. That tells you all you need to know. $4.8 billion have exchanged hands, and they are just there watching as lives and properties are being destroyed by Fulani terrorists. Very, very abominable indeed. The people who are planning to conduct Operation Crocodile Smile 6, let us tell you what is happening in their land. They have thugs to bring into Abuja. They have people to transport into Abuja to disrupt peaceful protests going on. People agitating for a better. Ghana Zulum has never hidden his concerns and worries for the situation in Borno. The governor has now asked citizens to pray against sponsors of Boko Haram and those benefiting from the insurgency. This is the governor of Borno State. These are the people that said they are going to fight to sustain Fulani hegemony in Nigeria. That Fulani must have undue, unfettered access to the control of the levers of politics in Nigeria. That is what they are saying. They are fasting and praying. Whereas the army that was meant to go and restore order in Borno are busy pretending to be crocodiles. Have you seen or heard of such nonsense in your life ever before? That is something they say where we come from. I don't understand what these people mean. The thinking, the reasoning is way off scale. You have a case of terrorism, insecurity, insurgency, banditry, and kidnapping in Borno, in Yobe, in Adamawa, in all the states, I should say, of the Northeast. The army that was meant to go there to restore order, you are busy preparing them to go and conduct a nationwide exercise according to them. This is coming from a governor of a state, Governor Zulum of Borno State. They are relying, listen carefully, they are relying on prayer and fasting to defeat insurgency in Borno State. Whereas the army that was built to fight insurgency is busy doing exercises, pretending to be crocodile. Have you heard of such nonsense before in your life? That is life in Nigeria. That is the reason why we called Nigeria a zoo. That is the reason why we said that Nigerians cannot reason. That most of them are very, very foolish. But of course, we excuse the young people who are out on the streets. Some of them are naively talking about one Nigeria that includes the Fulani, whereas the Fulani are busy making plans to swallow up everybody. These are the things you must understand. A governor of Borno State is relying on fasting and prayer to defeat Boko Haram. Whereas the army that was built to fight Boko Haram, they are busy scavenging all over the place in the south, looking for people to kill in the name of Crocodile Smile. That tells you the priority of the Fulani. That tells you that the Fulanis are more interested in holding on to Nigeria, Islamizing the whole place, Fulanizing the whole place, settling Fulani populations in Nigeria as it currently stands, rather than secure the lives and properties of the people, which is the primary duty. I hope you're following. I hope that the world is listening. They are all over the place pretending to be crocodiles, whereas the real people that were set up to go and fight are in Borno. The governor of Borno State is relying on prayer and fasting to defeat. Oh my goodness, zoo. Unbelievable. Unbelievable zoological republic. Zoological republic. What is happening is unfathomable. What they are waiting for is CNN and BBC, what they're waiting for is to say that supporters of the government are in the majority and that the protesters are in the minority. That is why every baggy person must come out tomorrow to defend their land in Abuja. Because they have brought people from Cameroon to take over your land. You know the way they operate. They promise them land. They promise them grazing routes. And they promise them Fulani colony. I mentioned this yesterday. The video is on my wall. You can go there to see it. Baggy, if you allow them to succeed in putting down this revolution in Abuja, your land is gone. This is for Baggy people. If you allow them to succeed tomorrow, those terrorists in green and white t-shirts, then your land is gone forever. Write it down on a piece of paper. Don't say I did not warn you. Don't say I never warned you. And it is time to start looking at all traitors in our land. The time has come to start looking at all the saboteurs and traitors in our land. We must find them before it is too late. We must find traitors in our land before it is too late. Tinubu is a traitor in Yoruba land. I am warning our Oduduwa brethren that Tinubu is a traitor in your land. With Tinubu there, your land will be taken over by the Fulani. You must do something about it. You must do something about it. It is very, very critical that you do so. After the meeting, the governor declared on Monday, October 19, as a day for the second round of statewide fasting and prayers for enduring peace in Borno. There is no peace in Borno. Terrorists are running the place quite literally. The army that was meant, the British High Commissioner is there. The U.S. ambassador is there. The U.S. ambassador cannot ask Nigeria, where is all the military aid we've been giving to you? Why are you conducting Operation Crocodile Smile when Borno State is burning? When the governor of Borno State is relying on prayers and fasting to defeat terrorism? I don't know what sort of people are. I have no idea which planet they came from. I have no idea. The governor of... These are the people that want to go to war. Let me tell them something they do not know. I said it before, that Boko Haram is far more better than SARS. 100 times better. I want to remind the Fulani, in case you don't know military strategy, or you people are the ones that established all the terrorist groups, the 6 of them or 7 of them now we have in the north. If you attempt, let me tell the Borno State governor, Yobe State governor, Adamawa State governor, and all the rest of them reeling from banditry, kidnapping, and all forms of Fulani terrorism. I want to make it abundantly clear to you people. Once this your army heads south, your land will no longer be the same. Terrorists will overrun it. It will no longer be the same. It will be overrun by terrorists. Look at Somalia, that is the fate that awaits you. If you look at Somalia very well, that is what is going to happen to all of you. Once this army begins to come south, where they are going to die anyway, they will die there. Once they begin to come south, then your land will become very open for a mass invasion of Boko Haram, ISIS in West Africa, Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb, and Saru. Are you listening? And many more, they will descend on your land because there will be no army. El Rufai will be calling the army to turn back, and the army cannot turn back. Is this army going to march through the same middle belt that they have killed and pillaged? The answer is no. This army is going to die this year. Nigerian army will die in 2020. This year is dead. They move from their barracks. They come out on the streets to move their tanks to the south. Nigeria is gone, and gone forever and ever. They should try tomorrow and see. We are waiting for them. But those in Abuja must be prepared, because they are now undeniably in a state of war. I have talked about Borno. Let us look at another Fulani-controlled state, another Fulani-Janjaweed state, and hear what they are saying. Zamfara. Matawale calls for prayers and the fight against banditry. In Borno terrorism, in Zamfara banditry. But where is the army? The army is doing operation, exercise the crocodile smile. And you are telling me that these are the people that will lead you to the promised land. You're telling me that this crop of leadership are the people that will take you into the promised land. Is that what you're telling me? That these people can turn things around, that NEPA can bring light, that you can now have sewage system, that you can now have decent education, that you can now have a proper health care? These are these people. It doesn't take, you don't have to be Einstein or a military strategist to understand this. You have an enduring security problem in Borno State, in Zamfara State, and in most of the Janjaweed states that you have in the north. Instead of focusing on those areas, their army is busy exercising somewhere else. The US ambassador sees all these things. The UK High Commissioner, they see all of this. The EU ambassador to Nigeria, they can see all of these things. The UN office in Abuja can see all of these things. None of them can call Asorok and ask them, Borno is burning. Zamfara governor is crying over banditry. Why? What are you doing moving the army south? Isn't that a simple enough question to ask? All of them are there. They all believe in human rights. They all believe in democracy. They all believe in credible elections. They all believe in the rights of the citizens. But they are there in Abuja just watching and looking sheepishly as impunity upon impunity is being rained down on defenseless citizens. The army is now in cahoots with terrorists in the open, destroying people's properties in Abuja. Very, very sad indeed. Governor Bello Matawale of Zamfara has called on residents of Zamfara State to commence 1 week of extensive prayers to seek God's intervention to end Fulani armed banditry and other crimes in the state. Fulani everywhere. They control the government. They are the criminals. They are the terrorists. Only them. And for many, many years, they got away with it. They got away with it. But not anymore. A press statement signed by the governor's press secretary, Jamilu Iliasu, which was made available to journalists in Guzo on Sunday, said the governor made the plea when the 17 emirs in the state, all Fulani emirs, and this used to be Hausa land before. Or is it, who does Zamfara belong to? Is it the Bachama people? Now it's 17 emirs, all Fulani. The same thing is going to happen to you if you abandon this very protest. the same thing will happen to your village. We must rise up now and sustain this very revolution. It must be sustained. You don't sustain it and you're finished. When they talk about your village, they'll talk about the Fulani Ehme of your village. His administration is making concerted efforts to bring an end to the menace of armed Fulani banditry, kidnappings, and other criminal activities in the state through the stick and carrot approach. But the army is nowhere to be found. Where there is banditry, there is no Nigerian army. Where there is terrorism, no Nigerian army. Where there is industrial scale kidnapping, no Nigerian army. Where there is illegal mining of gold, no Nigerian army. But they are in my land, in the coastal regions of Biafra, looking for illegal people doing illegal bunkering. But those doing illegal gold mining in Zamfara, they are untouchables. They can take their gold to CBN. You know, I used to say to Nigerians that the more you look at all these things and you keep quiet, cumulatively over the years, it will embolden the Fulani to become, should I say, more brazen in their criminal act of taking over the land that belongs to ethnic indigenous nationalities before they came into Nigeria. All of you are there playing your one Nigeria card. As you're playing your one Nigeria card, they are busy advancing their Fulani agenda, busy advancing their Janjaweedism all over the place. That in broad daylight, on one hand, they are saying you are free to protest. On the other hand, they are hiring terrorists, bringing out terrorists to come and fight you in Abuja. And you still say that you are from one Nigeria. We are going to see. Aisha and her boyfriend, we are going to see. This is only the beginning. We are going to see. We are going to see. End SARS, the defense minister warns protesters against undermining national security. What do they mean by national security? Why is it that what terrorists are doing in Borno is not the undermining of national security? Why is it that what bandits are doing in Zamfara is not the undermining of national security? Why is it that people who are out expressing their disdain, disappointment, and angst towards a failed regime and a failed system, why should they be undermining national security? People are out on the streets campaigning to end SARS, campaigning for better salary for the police and the army, campaigning for decent living, campaigning for a better society. How is that undermining your so-called sovereignty? How? Explain to people, let them know. So you mean that when the protesters rose up in France during the French Revolution, they were undermining French sovereignty, but France is there? Nobody is stopping you from answering Nigeria if you want. Are you telling me that the people of Britain under Oliver Cromwell, when they rose up, protested, and had a revolution and overthrew King Charles I, were they undermining English sovereignty? When George Washington rose up to lead a band of revolutionaries to drive away the British from America, were they undermining US sovereignty? These are the things that these idiots never ever ponder. They don't think about it. Because they're not educated. They claim they are educated, but they are not educated. Now, the Minister of Defense, General Bashir Magashi, you've been listening to all the names. You've been hearing all the names. This is a so-called multicultural, diverse Nigeria. But anytime you come to every sensitive position in the army, in the military, it's all Fulani throughout. Have you noticed it? Because I've been mentioning their names, haven't I? I have been mentioning their names. And you can tell very clearly that Fulani is everywhere. General Magashi gave caution when the national coordinator of Buhari campaign organization, Nnamdi, personally led the executives drawn from his headquarters, zonal and state levels on courtesy visit to him. These were the idiots, some of them, these are the idiots that they let loose on Abuja today, burning and pillaging as they move along. He extolled the virtues of President Muhammadu Buhari, whom he described as a forthright leader. Where is that forthright leader? People are asking for him to address them live, not via video, not via pre-recorded message. Come out and speak to the people. He cannot do it because Aso Rock is empty, because there is nobody there. And I mentioned this thing in the afternoon. Allow me to repeat this very evening. Anybody that knew the old dead Buhari, who is in a shallow grave in Saudi Arabia, if you knew him, do you think that Abuja will be burning and he will keep quiet? A very simple question, which I'm sure that some of you can answer. Do you know those that put our young people in danger, those who are protesting? All of you fools that kept arguing that Buhari is alive because of your envious nature, because you were jealous. You didn't want the world to know that it was IPOB that brought this information in the open. You didn't want the world to know that it was Nnamdi Kanu who announced it in his compound in 2017 out of jealousy. The same way that it is happening now, jealousy is inside them, eating them away. That Yoruba journalist, that girl that was defending Buhari, they are the cause of the problems now. Because had all of you risen up then, forget about even protesting, to demand that that mask wearer address the people, what is happening today wouldn't have happened. You would have gotten a revolution without the need to march on the streets. It was the same journalists today who are writing that the youth should demand for Buhari to address them, that challenged us when I announced that Buhari is no more, that he's dead. And all of you, you know he's dead. All of you, in your heart of hearts, you know that there is no Buhari in Aso Rock. You know it. But because if you acknowledge it, the credit will go. That is you see, black people, instead of you to come out to say that IPOB is right, out of the envy you have inside you, the envy, the destructive envy you have inside you, you rather deny it. And now it is haunting you. Now they are burning cars in Abuja. If 2 years ago, 3 years ago, all of you had risen up to say, I'm not asking you to do much. Demand for the DNA of the man in Aso Rock. That is all it will take. Come and address us live. Tell us who you are. You saw the debates they had in 2019. Anchored by, what was that girl's name? I think she ran away now. She's from Zamfara. What's her name? That girl that used to work for Channels Television. I remember her name, and I will tell you. I think she is the sister to the wife of El Rufai. I've forgotten her name. It will come to me in a short while, or smart people will tell me who she is. That girl, all of you were watching, you know, that was the day that I knew that there is something wrong with an average Nigerian, but you people should thank your God that your young people have rescued you. Young Nigerians have rescued you people, I'm telling you the truth. Do you know, I need that girl's name, the girl that interviewed, she came to my house and also interviewed me. What's her name again? She does the call. She did the interview, the presidential debate interview. I'm sure somebody's going to tell me now. It has taken too long and I've not. What is that girl's name? I need her name. Not Amina. Her name is not Amina. Kadira Ahmed. Thank you very much. Who gave it? Emmanuel Aturuchukwu, the Lamb of God. The meaning of Aturuchukwu is the Lamb of God. So this our brother here, Emmanuel Aturuchukwu, he has the same, should I say, calling as Jesus Christ. Because if you go to the Bible, they said Jesus Christ is the Lamb of God. His ancestors, his father's name is the Lamb of God. Aturuchukwu. I will stop there for now. Her name is Kadira. Ahmed. She interviewed the so-called candidates for the presidency of the zoo in 2019. During that very interview, Nigerian people, anyway, your Jews have rescued you. Do you know during the interview, it was Jubril, you can see his face, he was so young, he's not Buhari. They will ask him a question. He will look at Osibanjo, and the girl will say to, please look for that interview, and it was on my page, and I think Facebook removed it. Please put it back again on my page. Look for it, please, and put it on my page. They asked him a question. He will look at Osibanjo to answer for him. And the moderator, Kadira Ahmed, will say, no, don't look at the vice president. Answer my question. This is somebody contesting to become the president of a so-called most populous nation, black nation in the world. Unbelievable. Everybody saw it. People saw the face of Garuba Shehu. He wanted to hide. Chibika Mechi was fidgeting. He was uncomfortable. People still said that man is Buhari. Chai. That was the day I lost hope in a black man. I knew that black people are hopeless. My hatred for my own people that very day skyrocketed. What is your name? Can you tell us about yourself? I want to thank the teachers of my generation. They said it is Buhari. And I said to them, in all your life, we know that Buhari is a bumbling bundle of idiocy. Did Buhari's idiocy get to this point? The man that stood beside Angela Merkel in Germany and said, my wife belongs to the other room. They asked him a question in an interview. He was looking at Osibanjo. They said, no, don't help him. And so-called intelligentsia and intellectuals, all these idiots, they were there watching, saying, Mr. President, a Mr. President who cannot remember his own name, where he comes from, his mother's tongue he cannot remember. And I was expecting people that claim that they are enlightened, that they are civilized, to understand. But they failed to understand. And that is why you're having this thing today. Do you know that God is miraculous? God gave Nigeria an opportunity to get everything they want. You people are very foolish because you don't know anything. If you had demanded for the DNA of Jubril before he ran away from Cuba, or now this boy that you can see him with the 2 ears, you know he's wearing a mask. But because of your envious nature, because of the jealousy in you, instead of IPOB to take the credit, instead of Nnamdi Kanu to take the credit, we might as well say that it is Buhari who is there. Today, who is suffering? Whose cars were burnt today in Abuja? Of course, I know that some IPOB family members may be victims of that attack. Is it clear to you now? God gave it to you on a platter of gold. All God did was to use IPOB to bring it to the attention of the world. All you needed to do, we are not asking you for anything. The same way that today, everybody is praising our young people on the streets, our young men on the streets, everybody, young men and young women, they are getting all the praise. Has it stopped us from getting what we want? I'm asking you a simple question. But do you see how you people behave, the way you reason, the way you react? You knew that that person is not Buhari. He's cutting off your nose to spite your face. A black person is evil. Instead of you to say, oh, please, Mr. Man, the Buhari I used to know never behaved this way. You say, oh, no, of course, how is ridiculous. How can Britain be there? But it is Britain that engineered everything. You don't know that? I was in Israel. I was talking to their big people. And they didn't know when he slipped out and said, of course he's not there. Of course we know he's dead. Israel, they told me. I have a witness with me. I had a witness with me when I went to that very meeting. They said, of course he's dead. And they smiled. In fact, she even said, don't the people know he's dead? I said, no. You are dealing with animals who cannot reason. I never knew that the reason why that girl that used to work for Star Reporters, the reason why they did what they did was because of money, cash, to rubbish what we were saying. But today, millions upon millions of brave Nigerian youths are now asking, Buhari, address us. If he is a man, if it is the old Buhari, he will come out on the steps of Asorok and start talking. And start telling you about the war. How the war was fought. How his generation fought the war. But this one is not moving. Because this one is not Buhari. This one is Aisha's boyfriend. He is not Buhari. You know that very well. You see how young he is. You can see how young he is. And we gave them every evidence to stop them from going through this pain now. And they refused. Because they did not want the credit to go to IPOB. They never wanted it. That is all. And look at, people are suffering today. Those of you that lost your cars in Abuja, if you had risen up to say, at least let us investigate that man there, the Fulani would have been on the floor begging you. Any type of Nigeria you want, they will give you. Do you know the Fulanis are more afraid of unmasking Yusuf Mohammed now, before that, Jubril? Do you know they are more afraid of it than the protest you're doing? Are you aware of that? Do you know that if you question the identity of the man wearing a mask in Asorok, Fulani will give you anything you want? Restructuring, everything, police salary will go up, army salary will go up, anything you want they will give you, rather than exposing them. Do you know what it will do to them if you expose them? That Buhari is dead and they are using a fake. Do you know what that will do to Fulani? Britain will abandon them. Britain will say they're not smart enough to serve them. And the Fulani doesn't want that. Are you not aware? Are you not aware? I am asking you. Any day you question the identity of the man in Asorok, all you see, the demand has now gone to 23. As I read in Vanguard today, about 23. They will do that and even more. They are more afraid of unmasking the fake Buhari in Asorok than NSAS. And that is where I want people to keep asking questions. Don't take my word for it. But if you can tell me any president in the world that such a monumental eruption of street protest is happening in his or her domain, no live address. Somebody said, oh, but Mr. President has spoken. No, recorded, not live. Because you know one thing about live, it reveals who you are. You're no longer acting. Because when it is recorded, if you make a mistake, they go back. They bleach everything and they wash it so it becomes... We cannot see the human side of you. Only live can reveal it. Only by live appearances can you tell people who you are. After all, it is Hollywood or Nollywood as the case may be. He sees, because there is a director, somebody behind the camera directing, Femi Adesina pointing where they want the Photoshop to be done. It's a movie. It's not a presidential address. Presidential address, you will come out live. People will see your eyes and they want to know what you feel. If you feel the pain of the mothers that have lost their children to SARS officers, that's what they want to see. But you're not getting it, are you? I advised Aisha in the morning to run to Dubai with the boyfriend. Instead, they decided to bring thugs and terrorists into Abuja to destroy people's properties. And I'm saying to those people, all they are trying to do is to put fear in you. You see every property damaged in this very revolution. Every car burnt in this revolution will be replaced. It will be replaced. It will be part of the final status settlement or negotiation. You see Nigeria, they will negotiate eventually. But they will try you, they will push you. They will do everything they can to move you. You must remain resolute. Once you are resolute, in the 5th week, they will negotiate. Watch and see what is going to happen. Because they have no choice. They have no choice. The more you leave it, let me tell you something. Protest of this magnitude is like losing your virginity. Once you've lost it, you don't get it back anymore. You can do whatever you like. You can now do whatever you like. You don't know that before? The genie is out of the bag. Rather than this protest going down, there will be eruptions even in villages. Mbisa was protesting. People will protest everywhere. And you don't know that Radio Biafra is everywhere. Of course, we're everywhere in our land. You saw what happened today in Omwai. We came on air. We were getting calls. People were angry. Nothing is happening in Omwai. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Please do something in Omwai. Do something. We announced. I chastised my people. Omwai is in Ibeku land, my clan, where I come from. And I said to them, if you don't come out to protest today, I will curse you. One said, oh, but we planned it for tomorrow. I said, no, today. You protest today. And they came out. Before I even finished mentioning Owerri was already on their way to Douglas House. Do you know what somebody wrote to me? Somebody said, oh, it's not your command they obeyed. They had already planned to come. As I've been warning you all the time, some people are from the other side of this world. The only thing in their brain is envy and jealousy. You can be as jealous as you like. That doesn't take away the fact that IPOB is the largest mass movement on the face of the earth. Somebody claimed he was abroad. He only heard about, no, he used to hear about IPOB doing what? There was one thing the idiot was saying. And I know that fool hasn't been abroad. He's one of those idiots in Plateau State. Looking, scavenging, looking for one Alhaji or the other to put their boxer shorts down for, so they can get contract and make money. Just talking rubbish. I said, you are campaigning for one Nigeria with the same Fulanis. He said, I've not been to Fulani before. I don't know them. As our conversations progressed, he said he's been to Katsina. Liars. Just jealousy and envy. Are you going to stop us? And I said to the idiots, want me to withdraw Biafrans from the protest and watch the protest die overnight? You want us to try it? This protest is a spontaneous eruption of everybody. Oduduwa, Biafra, Middle Belt. Everybody rose up at the same time. It doesn't belong to anybody. I was the first person that told them, you don't have leaders. When some idiots were angling to go and negotiate, I said, no, you don't have leaders. All of you started this. If you have the brain to start this, you have the brain to become a leader. That was what I was saying. But because he heard our Yoruba brothers say that they owe the level of awareness in Nigeria today to IPOB, Radio Biafra, and Nnamdi Kanu, his brain could not take it. Envy. He went crazy. That when I asked him, how many piece wrapper does your mother used to tie? He said, I'm an orphan. Go and listen to my broadcast in the afternoon. Is that the question that I asked you? Because of guilty conscience. He knew where I was going. He claimed he never used to listen to Radio Biafra. But once I asked that question, he said to me, I know why you are asking. If you have not been listening to me, how would you know the reason why I'm asking you how many piece wrapper your mother used to tie? They are not smart, you see. But as somebody wrote, our youths are the heroes of this very effort. And I will honor them. They are marvelous. I cannot tell you how proud of them I am. They have done something. I say it here every blessed night. They have done something that we couldn't do. We couldn't do it. We wouldn't have done it. They did it. That is why every glory goes to God, and Elohim will allow us to give all these youngsters some praise as well. They have done well. When they hear, they move. Oh, will they today? Oh, my head today. And tomorrow, Abba will get up. Hey, Enyimba. Enyimba is getting up tomorrow. My goodness. Enyimba is rising tomorrow. And the Igbocha will come. And the world will see what a protest looks like. Oh, dear me. We are live and we are direct. The time now is 14 minutes past 8 p.m. in the evening. I am worn out and I'm tired, but we must continue. We must continue. Even my voice is going, but we must continue. I remember when I left prison in 2015, we rallied so much that I lost my voice on many occasions. I will eat bitter cola and some honey, and the next day we proceed. There are some some places that I went to and they said, please, don't speak. We are happy just seeing you here is enough. I am very, very glad. I am very, very happy that today our children have risen up. I am also very happy that in a way, you know, it was IPOB that took away the fear from people that you can meet police head on. Or Hafia and Enugu. They came to Hafia, or Hafia units rose up immediately and taught them a lesson. They went to Enugu, they killed us at Hemene. I gave the order, I am saying it, I gave the order, deal with them, and they were dealt with in Enugu. Now everybody knew that SARS can be pushed back. And then Igodomigodo came in to unlock this whole protest. Ugeli and Bini. When the history of this battle is written, Bini City, Bini, Igodomigodo, and Ugeli, and we are where we are today. One thing I like this generation for is that they don't have the bad behavior of their parents. I'm sorry to say, but I will tell you. This generation do not have the bad behavior, the jealousy, the envy of their parents that have held them down for years. They love each other. When Muslims are praying, Christians are watching over them. Christians are praying, Muslims are watching over them. What else do you need to let you understand that this is a spontaneous revolution by the young people in Nigeria, and everybody is with them on this? Everybody is with them on this. And every village, every town must rise up in solidarity to support what they are doing. It is very, very critical. Very, very critical indeed. There is a picture I want placed, please, on my wall. I got it from somebody, I think it was Ikejuku, on his Facebook page. And he wrote, the picture image here was brought to my notice that it was 2019-2020 in Malawi. Indigenous protesters were being protected by the Malawian military. Published that very picture so that everybody, every commander planning to go out tomorrow to go and kill people in the name of keeping the zoo, one can see it. If you are a patriotic soldier, you will do what Malawian soldiers did. You will do it. It's here. They are the ones leading the protest. The military are the ones here leading the protest. It is not at the magnitude of what we are experiencing at the hands of our children in Nigeria. What our children are doing in Nigeria right now is the stuff of legends. And we must continue. I assure you that CNN will come. BBC will come. I remember when I left prison in 2015, they all came. All of them came. We didn't have to write to anybody to send. They came and they interviewed me in my living room. All of them. They were queuing one after the other. If I tell you that they will come, they will come. We must remain resolute. We must remain resolute and determined. If you go back now, your land, there is another picture of Algeria. All of you idiots in APC and some of you in PDP talking rubbish all the time about where one person's human rights stops and another one big nonsense like that. There is another picture I will post. A picture of Algeria in 2019, only last year. There was no work, no transport, no schools, no businesses. Everybody came out on the street, but this will happen the beginning of the 5th week. Everybody, there will be no business. We are giving you advance notice and advance warning. No business, nothing at all, no shops, no schools. Everybody will come out on the streets demanding for accountability, demanding for an end to SARS. There was a list I saw. Those who are going to train for the new SWAT, all Fulani. I have the list. Fulani, all of them, throughout from top to bottom. And you're telling me that Nigeria is normal. Of course it is not. Now I want to play this clip. It has gone viral. But the thing is that when something goes viral and people fail to act on it, it gets me upset. And that is why I play it on this platform. He's a pastor. I want to play it so you can hear what he has to say. And to know that we are always right. We do not lie. We are always right. Now listen.
Right now on the streets of our nation, young people are in the bedroom, the theater room, giving birth to a new Nigeria in the place of revival. And guess what? Our nation is about to miss a destiny opportunity if the leaders don't do the right thing. Let me tell you something. It may start as a protest, though. There is a Remy ghetto. Because these guys are already with that year. They're already entering that Remo. There is a Remy ghetto, armored tank with faith. I'm telling you.
Are you listening?
Because this is not old school fight, oh. This is social media. The whole world is watching. Then the question I keep asking myself is, where is our president? The vice president is apologizing. He's writing letter. Where is our president? Oga Buhari, Baba Buhari, President Buhari, what will it take you, sir?
Where is the president? When I told the world in 2017 that Buhari was dead, people said I was a madman. Today, a minister of God in a church is asking the same question. Where is Buhari? They are tired of your photoshops, tired of your deep fake videos, because anybody can make anybody to appear like anybody on a video. It is called AI, artificial intelligence, deep fake. Where is the man you claim that the people voted for? Where is he? How come you have not seen Usibajo? Where is he? Does he not have a face? Can't he appear in front of a camera live and be interviewed by people? Have an interaction with our young people who are protesting? Because that is in the nature of Usibajo. You remember when Avengers was in top form. Avengers in top form. Hey, good heavens. What did Usibajo do? He went to see them. Something greater than Avengers is now on the streets. Something greater than anything Africa has ever witnessed is now on the street. Are you telling me, if you are a sensible person, that if Osibajo is alive, he will not come out to meet these people? Is that what you're telling me? The same Osibajo that went to go and see Avengers will not see the leadership of these youthful protesters out on the streets? It's called common sense. Use your common sense. Once you use it, you will become appreciative of the work that IPOB is doing, the work that Radio Biafra is doing, the work that Elohim is doing in our lives. Instead of them, as this pastor said, instead of them to bring out Buhari or bring out Osibajo live, not recorded, live, surrounded by his people. Surrounded by his people. Instead, they sent the senior special assistant on media and publicity to the vice president, Laolu Akonde. Where is the vice president? Where is the president? They are sending Laolu Akonde. And what did he say? He stated that President Muhammadu Buhari is committed to the same language every year. Committed. We are committed. And you keep committing crimes and atrocities. You commit all the time. President Buhari is committed to bringing to an end police brutality following nationwide protests. Why can't Buhari say that himself? I am committed to bringing an end to police brutality. Why can't he come out in front of us and say it? Is that not simple enough? What do you think Obasanjo would have done, or even Babangida would have done, or Jonathan in this case? Where is your president? Let me tell you one thing you don't know about us. Some of you think that we just woke up one morning and decided to, float Radio Biafra, start IPOB, start Biafra agitation. Chukwokikabiama sent us. God Almighty in heaven, this is his project. Do you know how you can know? It's called vindication. Because everything we say comes to pass. Everything we tell you comes to pass. It happens. Which other way do you want us to tell you so you become convinced that what we are doing here is real? Of course, you know it is real. It is your greed and envy and jealousy that won't let you. I told you how many years ago, 2017, 18, 19, 20. 3 years ago, I told you, Buhari is dead. He's no more. Today, a pastor, I am sure one of those that were antagonistic in the beginning, he is now saying, where is Buhari? Where is Osibajo? Instead of them to bring up Buhari or Osibajo, they are bringing senior special assistants on media. And they are all billionaires now because they know that Buhari is dead, and to keep them quiet, they give them huge sums of money. You see Femi Adesina, he will be hanged in public. You see this, if this thing continues to go the way it's supposed to go, this very revolution, Femi Adesina will be hanged in public for deceiving a country and a nation. Himself and Kalabashir, they'll be hanged in public. The only thing is that Britain can take him and take him to the UK. They'll be hanged in public. They don't understand. These people, they are so foolish. They claim they are historians. They don't know history. Britain is now telling them, oh, these are black people. Don't worry. After a while, we wear them down. They go back home. No. No, not at all. This generation is hardcore. You are about to see what you have never witnessed before. This generation is hardcore. As stubborn as we are. Stubborn to the core. You people, you have entered one chance vehicle. You have entered one chance vehicle. That is what you must know. Laolu Akonde is now Osibajo. Senior special assistant. Your house is burning. Senior special assistant to talk. What for? Where is Osibajo? I maintain what he is in Banana Island. He was banished there. If at all he's still alive, I would have not killed him. He's not in Asorok. And tomorrow they bring a picture. Osibanjo meets the president to strategize on how to end SARS protest. Watch, that's what will happen tomorrow. Osibanjo and Buhari strategize. Nobody can see them. Only on the pages of newspapers. Every time. Did you vote for them to be on the pages of newspapers? Of course not. Of course not. But that is the zoo for you. That is the damnable zoological republic for you. I will now open our lines for people in Abuja before I go and take a well-deserved rest, I believe, this evening. But I'll be back in the morning. No, I'll be back in the morning, yes. 7 a.m. Biafran time. I'm willing. I want to open the lines for people to call this evening. I want to open the lines for people to call this evening. The number to call, especially those of you in Abuja. In Abuja, please, if you're in Abuja, is +44 is a UK number, +44, and WhatsApp only, please. I hasten to add WhatsApp only, +44 79 51 27 8705. I repeat, +44 79 51 27 8705. Please call us. For Abuja especially, please. Abuja. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good evening to you. Please, your name and where you're calling from.
Sir, my name is Tochibu Gosu.
And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Owerri, sir.
Please go ahead. What happened in Owerri today, please? Tell us.
Owerri was deep and the mangoes leak meats. I must say, sir.
Wonderful.
It was very, very good.
That is good.
Wonderful, sir.
Are you people meeting again tomorrow?
Sir?
Are you people coming out again tomorrow in Owerri?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is every day. It is every day. Protest is every day, not once in 1 week. It is every blessed day. 5 weeks 5 weeks cannot kill anybody, but it can make you an immortal. It can place you in history in a way that nobody in the history of Africa, maybe with the exception of Mandela or Lumumba. I'm telling you the truth. You people must come out every blessed day. Abba will commence tomorrow. Umaya will come out again tomorrow. Owerri will come out tomorrow. Iguacha will come out. I don't know if it's tomorrow or next. Everybody should come out every blessed day until victory is assured. Thank you very much. Owerri rocked today after we are roundly admonished in the morning. The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello, good evening, my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Good evening.
Good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Mazi Nnamdi Ezioma. I'm calling live from Sapele, Delta State, Biafra land. I feel blessed today speaking to you live. It is the greatest day of my life.
You're welcome. How is Sapele? Did Sapele come out to protest?
Yes, Sapele came out to protest. The protest was very strong. It was very strong in Sapele, Delta State. The protest was also strong at Mosoga and also at Ogara. People came out formidably well. And also, I want to say thank you, my leader. Today is the happiest day of my life to speak with you on phone. I was not able to see you. I'm a member of Voice of Biafra student. And the students are now rising up. And Biafra must come.
He said, Thank you very much. The students are rising up, of course. And I want to confirm when Uyo is coming out and Calabar. I need it confirmed now. When is Uyo coming out? Is Uyo coming out tomorrow? When is Ikotepene coming out? Is it tomorrow? When is Calabar coming out? Is it tomorrow? I want everybody on the ground in Calabar to come out. Everybody in Uyo, in Ikotepene, in Ugabe, in Ogoja. I want everybody out on the streets. Everybody has to come out on the streets, please. No foreign calls. I want to speak to those in Abuja. That's what I'm trying to do here, please. I have a caller on the line. This caller, can you hear me? Your name and where you are, please. No, I'm hearing my voice. I've told you, once I hear my voice on the background, that's the end of it. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello, sir.
My dear brother, please, your name and where you're calling from.
This is Ifeanyi Chukwuuchi, calling from Ogun State.
Ogun State, where in Ogun State are you?
I'm in Mowe, close to Redeem Camp.
What is happening there?
Today, the youth came out today in Mowe. A massive people, all of them came out today. They were protesting. They were saying end police brutality, end bad governance. In fact, Ahmadike, I want to thank you for your good work. You really wake up Nigerian youth up. You open our eyes. You wake up from our slumber. I pray that you will continue to guide and protect you. No evil heart shall come close to you.
You say?
In the name of Chukwuka.
You say? You say? Thank you. You are blessed. You are blessed. Even in Ogun State, they came out. I want to hear from those in Abuja. Those of you in Abuja. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you are. They cannot hear me. Their line is reconnecting. Somebody said Uyo has been at the forefront since last week. We have not seen videos or pictures from Uyo. If you have it, please, please, please spread it. Spread it, please. Please spread it. If you have it, spread it. Please. Very, very important. We want to know what is happening in Uyo, in Akwa Ibom State. The caller on the line, can you hear me? I hope they're not. It just says connecting. And it's running round and round and round. It's saying connecting. Nothing seems to be happening. Nothing seems to be happening. Let us take this very call. I have a caller on the line. This caller, can you hear me on WhatsApp? The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening to you. Please give up. Yes, please. Your name and where you are.
This is Tom calling from Sapele.
From Sapele?
Yes, sir.
Very good. I think we had a caller from Sapele before. What is happening there from your own perspective? What is going on there in Sapele?
The protest is so very large here. I so much thank God that the youth, we are doing it so
very
much
good.
large here.
All of you are heroes, you know. All of you are our heroes. We can now confidently say that you people are the leaders of tomorrow because you have earned it. You have earned it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And tomorrow, make sure that all of you come out again tomorrow, please. Do not stop. Make sure the protest continues tomorrow. It is an everyday thing, please. The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello, my leader.
Yes, please. Go ahead. No. There is a delay. I want to know what happened at Nnewi. Did people from Nnewi go to Onitsha or what? And when is Onitsha coming up, please? I want Iguacha Aba Onitsha. They are key. When is Onitsha coming out? Is Nnewi going to do their own separately or will they come to Onitsha? That's what I want to know. Or are they going to all pour out on Owerri Onitsha Expressway? I need to know what is going to happen. Is Nnewi coming out on their own or are they going to join Onitsha in the process? I have a caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Good evening to you, my dear brother. Please give us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is
Ekiti State. Where in Ekiti are you exactly? Sopuchuku, where are you in Ekiti State?
Ado.
In Ado. Ado, what is happening there? Please tell us. What is going on there? What is happening? Oh, he's reconnecting. Oh. Sopuchuku, can you hear me? The line is bad. The line is bad. I cannot get what you're saying. There is a caller on WhatsApp. This caller, can you hear me? Are they deliberately stopping people from calling tonight? I have no idea. It's just saying reconnecting. What is going on? What is going on this evening? Just reconnecting. The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yes, good evening. Nnamdi Kanu, this is Anthony Chimeze Opara calling from Imo State.
From Imo State, where in Imo State are you? Imo State is very big. Are you in Okigwa? Are you in Owo? Are you in Omlimo? Where are you?
I am calling precisely from Mbise.
From Mbise, thank you very much. What happened today in Mbise? I was told that Mbise was meant to march. Did they march?
Yes, but not much like that, because people are afraid. That's what I'm trying to say, because I need to ginger some people up here, because we need to come out in mass.
They're afraid of who? People are in Abuja facing terrorists, facing army, facing everybody. In Lagos, they're doing the same thing. Who are the people who are afraid of who?
And that is what I'm trying to tell you, Mazi, because some people here are so much afraid. Because if people are like me, because I'm not afraid of any bullshit here in Biafra land. Because I'm trying to tell people that they should come out. Nobody should be afraid of any army. Nobody should be afraid of any Jajawi army. Because I am standing on my feet and I say that we must protest and we must end the zoo.
Okay, then.
I am much grateful speaking with you, because I'm so much happy for the first time speaking with Nnamdi Kanu. May Chukwu Kama bless you and may He strengthen you forever and ever. He said,
thank you very much. Please, the time is not now. People should not go to Facebook headquarters, please, not now. They are looking for an excuse to shut down social media. Please don't go there now. They will shut the whole thing down. They will shut it down. Please don't. They are looking for an excuse. Call us on Skype. There is no Skype call this evening. It's only please, no Skype call, I beg of you. Let us see if we can find somebody from Abuja. That's what I want. Of course, the calls are plentiful. That is what I want. Somebody from Abuja, please. The caller on the line, can you hear me? No, they cannot hear me. You cannot hear me? I said no Skype call. The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
hello?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Yes, please, go ahead. Good evening to you.
I'm calling from Lagos. My name is Stanley Uchenna Igwechi. I'm one from Imo State.
Which part of Lagos are you in?
Hello?
Which part of Lagos are you in?
No, I'm in Port Harcourt.
There is nothing like Port Harcourt if you are a Biafran. The name is not Port Harcourt. You must know that by now. The name is Iguacha, is not Port Harcourt. When people say Port Harcourt, it puts me off. Viscount Harcourt was a pedophile. A pedophile he was. He used to rape little children. And you gave our land, the name of our land, to a rapist. Chukwu will punish all of them. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello, my director. Good evening.
Good evening to you. Please, your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, I'm Ginika Onyedika Chukwu. I'm calling from Imo State.
What is this nonsense with Imo State, Imo State, Imo State? Where are you calling from? When I say Imo State, are you in Owo? Are you in Olo? Where are you?
I'm calling from Owerri, Naze.
Simple. All this stupid nonsense Abia State, Imo State. People should stop that rubbish. I don't like hearing it. What stupid state created by Janjaweed? What state? Tell me where you are calling from. If it's Naze, you say you're calling from Naze. Not telling me Imo State, Abia State, River State. What rubbish is that? The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Ebuka. I'm calling from Aba.
From Aba? What happened in Aba today? Please tell us.
Nothing move, and I can hear you have given the order. We are ready.
Okay, I've given the order. Of course I have. Of course I know. I know. Aba will come out tomorrow. Aba is coming out tomorrow. Iguacha is coming out tomorrow. Calabar is coming out tomorrow. Uyo is everywhere. Will be bubbling tomorrow. And remember, we are going to sustain it for 4 weeks. 4 whole weeks. So at the end of this, people can come out and say that they are veterans of the revolution that changed the face of Africa. Have that at the back of your mind. I am part of a revolution that is about to change the face of Africa forever and ever. That is what you must have in mind. Aba is, I can't wait, Aba, coming out tomorrow. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. Aba is coming out tomorrow. Enyimba is coming out tomorrow. The caller on the line, can you hear me? I have a caller on WhatsApp and the clock is ticking. Can you hear me, please? No, they cannot hear me. They cannot hear me. Let us try again. The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
My doctor, I'm calling from Owerri.
Owerri, thank you very much. Please go ahead.
I'm really grateful for your work because you are really trying for us, honestly speaking.
Thank you very much.
You are a God sent to us. Without you, we can't achieve anything. We really appreciate you so much. This is my first time of calling.
Thank you very much. You are very kind.
Because this revolution came 2017 when a prophet was tell us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will deliver us. That we should have patience, that he will deliver us. And hopefully, I'm really happy that you are doing your work.
Unstoppable. We are unstoppable. Thank you very much, my dear brother. You are blessed. You are blessed. Go ahead.
He also told us that anybody that knows Nnamdi Kanu told him that he will get the Biafra, but he should be careful of his personal body guys, because that they're the one that will betray him when he get the Biafra.
Thank you very much.
I believe that nothing will happen.
He said
that started this work, we finish it.
He said
we did it perfectly today at Naze, and we can come out tomorrow and do it.
He said
we really appreciate. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Hey, for 4 weeks, every blessed day. All these things, I don't know. When we come out tomorrow in Aba, I want confirmation for Onisha. When is Onisha coming out? Don't want to say anything about Onisha. When is Asaba coming out? Or I want 2 of them to meet. Asaba and Onisha to meet. Maybe Newi can do their own separately. And I want Oka to also come out. Everybody must come out. Enugu is rocking, oh. Hey. Enugu is rocking. And remember, no memorabilia, no Biafra flag, no insignia, no hand bangle, nothing at all. It is Nigerian youths that are protesting. Do not forget, please. Do not forget. Very, very important that you bear that in mind. No flag, no insignia, no Memorabilia, please. Very, very important. You understand that. The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Good evening to you. Please, your name and where you're calling from. Onebuchi, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Mbaku, in Oka North.
In Oka? Why don't Oka people want to come out? Why don't they want to come out, Oka? What's going on?
You know that Oka people who used to be afraid, but I don't know the reason.
So Mbise is afraid, or Oka is afraid, Nnewi is afraid. Who else is afraid, Bikon? Who else is afraid in our land? Sapele is doing something. Remote villages in Ekiti, they are doing something. And somebody is telling me that Nnewi is scared, Oka is afraid, Mbise is afraid.
You know that in Oka now, that Oka is the capital of Anambra State.
Yes.
When you give us order in Oka that let we come out as the member of IPOB, we are going to march.
I know. Tomorrow will be very great in our land. And don't worry, I don't give up. Not after one day, you go back and you start sleeping. This protest is every blessed day. Every blessed day for 4 weeks. For 3 weeks and 6 days. Every blessed day. Every blessed day until victory is assured. So I can't get anybody from Abuja. Oh, very sad. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good evening, Mazi Nnamdi.
Please, good evening to you. Where are you calling from? And give us your name.
Yeah, Mazi, please, I'll call you my commander. And permission to proceed without mentioning...
Please go ahead. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm a personnel of the Nigerian Air Force. I'm trying to, give information.
Go ahead, please.
These people are really piling up.
Where are the arms? Where are they piling it? Where is it?
Yes, right here in 633 CAD.
Where?
The full meaning of CAD is in Makodi. 633 CAD is in Makodi.
The Advanced Tactical Air Command. Is that correct?
The full meaning of the central.
Makodi has the Advanced Tactical.
Listen. Yes, kind of. But the 633 CAD, they are just like attachment with the TAC.
Okay.
Tactical Air Command. So that is the Central Armament Depot. That is for me, the CAD.
In Makrodi, their Central Armament Depot is in Makrodi?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they are really
So, hold on, the arms meant to... So, hold on. So, the arms meant to fight Boko Haram in Makrodi, not in Borno, not in Zamfara, not in Yobe. It is in Makrodi.
Yes, it's here they always bring the ammunitions, both rocket to missile.
Okay, we shall see their missile now. That's no problem. They have missile. They have not used it on Boko Haram. We are waiting for them. Let them use the missile now.
Okay.
We are waiting for them.
Yeah, I always give the information through one Mazi or something like that.
Okay.
Because I'm a bona fide IPO member when I was a civilian. And my coordinator is Mazi Solo. You can confirm. So that's the information I just want to tell you. And very soon, our the aircraft they went for training will soon come. So you need to be very, very tactical.
There's no problem. We are waiting for the aircraft. An aircraft that couldn't defeat Boko Haram, is it the ordinary Nigerian use that is going to defeat? Where are they going to drop the bomb? And who is the pilot that will drop the bomb? Who is the commanding officer? In fact, from tonight, in the next 1 hour, excuse me, I need the name of the commanding officer of the Advanced Tactical Air Command in Makrodi. We need his name The children, they appeal, we can keep it and allow them to take off and bomb somewhere. Then they will see what will happen to them. This generation is mad. Absolutely insane. Now they will understand it. Let them know, when the time comes, let them not start shouting human rights, human rights, human rights. Advanced Tactical Air Command, my foot. That place needs to be burnt down anyway, to start with. Thank you very much for your call. Thank you very, very much for your call. It's Abuja that I was waiting for. What time is it now? Is it 6 minutes to the top of the hour? 6 minutes to the top of the hour. We are live and we are direct and our lines are absolutely jammed. That even the phones are collapsing. They are collapsing. They are collapsing. Please, once again, oh my goodness, calls everywhere. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Yes, please. Where are you calling from? Hello?
Good evening.
Good evening to you. Please give us your first name and where you're calling from.
My name is Chidera Amazonyemachi. I'm calling from Lagos State, Ilepo Alaromik, Badagry.
What happened there today?
Yeah, we did a protest. It was very, very interesting. As in, we give the blockade road that nobody is going out and nobody is coming in. My leader, I thank you for everything you have been doing for us, being the IPOB leader, IPOB. I thank you for everything. As in, we are fed up in Nigeria. Nigeria has failed us, my leader.
It has failed, and it will continue to fail. And that is why we must continue to be out on the streets. It has to be consistently made, these very points that we need to be out on the streets, consistently over a period of time. Not after one day you disappear. The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? No. Too much noise. The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you. Please give us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Good evening to you.
My name is Chukwudi Wodo. My name is Chukwudi Wodo.
Yes. Where are you calling from?
Can you hear me, sir?
Loud and clear for the last time. I can hear you. Where are you calling from? The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening to you. Please give us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Okechukwu. I'm calling from Iguacha.
From Iguacha, what is happening? Are you people coming out tomorrow? Or what?
We are coming out to mass.
Absolutely. Iguacha will come out tomorrow. I will see Iguacha and Aba on head-to-head. Which people will carry the day tomorrow? Iguacha and Aba, I want to see who will carry the day tomorrow. Head-to-head tomorrow between Iguacha and Aba. My goodness. That part of the world will shake. That part of the world will shake tomorrow. Of course, yeah, of course.
We are familiar.
Of course.
We are ready tomorrow.
Of course.
We are formidable. Thank you, sir, for this.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. And on that very encouraging note, we come to the end of our program this very evening. Somebody said Al Jazeera is streaming something, the stream or whatever they call it. That is an internet program on Al Jazeera. We want Al Jazeera to send their cameras and their satellite vans into Abuja to cover what is going on. Do you see why they bribe international journalists? So they can burn the cars of protesters and nobody will say anything about it. Do you see the evil that Nigeria is? All of you asking me, why is Biafra not on CNN? Why is it that even this, the magnitude of the revolution is such that every sensible media house around the world should carry it, but they're not carrying it. Cars are being burned. That is what Britain does best. Before Britain kills you, They suppress the media, so you have no outlet. And then they deal with you. That was how they killed 5 million Biafran people through Fulani Janjaweedism. Complete denial that today the world remembers Rwanda more than they remember Biafra. Rwanda, 150,000 people died, very sad indeed. In Biafra land is 5 million. Britain sat on it. And with the money coming from my land, that is the most painful part. Britain will take our oil and gas, make money from it, and use it to bribe people not to discuss the issue of Biafra. Have you now seen it? That this protest is raging. And British consultants to the zoo are managing to keep the world media at bay. That is what they do. They do it very well. We are the only ones that said no to them. That is why there is Radio Biafra all over the world today. That is testament to our stubbornness. And we thank Chukwuka Biama for it. I also thank each and every one of you for being with us this very evening. Chukwuka Biama willing, we shall reconvene in the morning. I thank you all for listening. Come, I want to see our band, the Igwacha tomorrow, who will make me proud. And Onisha as well. I think Onisha is coming out tomorrow. I need to confirm that Onisha is coming out tomorrow as well. And don't be say you must come out. Newi, you will come out on your own. Since you are afraid, it's a direct order. Newi, you will come out tomorrow. Once again, I thank you all for listening with all the love in my heart and praise for Nigerian youths who are out on the streets, who have brought us to this very position we are in today. From me, from here, good evening.
Young people raised about 25 million naira for protest, and protesters are testifying to the impact of the disbursed fund on food and medical supplies. Yet, the federal government allegedly disbursed
600 billion naira as COVID-19 palliative, and no single Nigeria benefited. So we should remember that when we collect money for a job or road construction and refuse to execute the job, which eventually leads to the death of innocent people, or a civil servant, you collect kickback and over-invoice contract paper, thereby making it impossible to execute other jobs, you are worse than SARS. As a politician, be you senator, honorable or honorable members, president, governor, or chairman, or councillor, and your salaries or allowances are 100 times more than that of the people you represent, yet you still circumvent the process to enable you steal from public purse, then there's no difference between you and the gun-trotting SARS. As a lawyer or judge, when you collect money to trade off judgments and grant electoral victory to someone rejected at the poll and make someone who didn't participate in the election process become a governor, president, senator, or even lawmaker, and he eventually takes decisions that will affect thousands of people, there's no hiding place from it. You are SARS. A lecturer or employer who requests for sex or money in return for marks or employment is definitely not different from SARS, even though he's not carrying a gun. A police IG or commissioner who receives police budgets and fixes it in an interest-yielding account while collecting the interest therein up front, yet the rank and file under him or her are left to suffer, is the true meaning of SARS itself. A medical doctor who, after swearing to the Hippocratic Oath, still watches people die carelessly while insisting on payment of bills before treatment is a practicing SARS member. As a regulator or custom officer, immigration, government department, ministries, agencies, ICPC, EFCC, civil defense, etc., and you use your job to oppress, harass, and intimidate people, if someone calls you as SARS, answer him, because that's your name, that's what you are. People work tirelessly for 35 years in government, and they have to die by stomach before you pay them pension. While SARS kills 10 with their pen or inaction, you kill hundreds with your actions. As a supporter of politicians, you criticize everything government did while in opposition, only to support everything you once criticized once your candidate is in government, or vice versa. In fact, you are SARS personified. You that increased tariff in the midst of a pandemic is worse than SARS. The list is endless. I would therefore advocate that as we protest for a better policing and society, we must also remember that our workers, politicians, lecturers, civil servants, judges, lawyers, doctors, police are drawn from amongst us. And it is those little injustices that we failed or neglect to address years ago that became the convention that we are addressing now. Let us start anew and with a new orientation and a new social order. That social reorientation can begin when we reduce the salaries and allowances of our public office holders and cut wastages. We would have enough fund to plow into other sectors of the economy. If government treats everyone as a stakeholder in the Nigerian project, and we collectively see ourselves as such, and all do our little bit, whether anybody is watching or not, we would have reduced the SARS in our life without having to change the name from SARS to SWAT.
Another Savior, holy, 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 another Savior, holy, 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 holy,
Well, this is OBM. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up. us to victory. Inyamadika, Yabika Kokwanam no wow. Hey, Anamekele Mazuche me fall. Manemo, it's an honor having you on board. When I'm singing along. Holy, 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 holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Sing along. Holy, 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 holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. When I sing along. Holy, 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 holy. Is another savior. Getting it right and getting it faster now. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior.